Начать со слов благодарности в адрес президента Соединенных Штатов, господина Трампа, за то, что он...
Speaking at a press conference in Moscow Thursday, Russian President Vladimir Putin thanking U.S. President Donald Trump for his diplomatic efforts and supporting the U.S. proposed 30-day ceasefire with Ukraine, at least in principle.
С предложениями.
We agree with the proposals to cease hostilities, Putin says, but we proceed from the fact that this cessation should be such that it would lead to long-term peace and would eliminate the original causes of this crisis. Kyiv has already backed the plan following a high-level meeting between U.S. and Ukrainian officials in Saudi Arabia earlier this week. Moscow's leader, however, stressing that crucial details still need to be discussed.
Кто будет отдавать?
Who will give orders to cease hostilities, he says, and what will be the price of such orders? Putin later saying more talks are needed and potentially a phone call with Trump himself.
He put out a very promising statement, but it wasn't complete. And yeah, I'd love to meet with him or talk to him, but we have to get it over with fast.
During an Oval Office meeting with NATO's Secretary General, Trump telling reporters that he hopes Russia will, quote, do the right thing.
At this moment, we have people talking in Russia. We have representatives over there, Steve Witkoff and others, and they're in very serious discussions.
Putin's remarks come as Russia claims its forces have retaken control of the largest town that Ukraine had occupied in Russia's Kursk region, as well as 2 other villages, threatening Kyiv's sole territorial bargaining chip in negotiations to end the war. Video broadcast by Russian state television shows Putin made a surprise visit to the area Wednesday, encouraging soldiers to oust any remaining Ukrainian forces in the, quote, shortest possible time frame. In Ukraine, Russian forces have been advancing since mid-2024 and control nearly a fifth of its territory. Earlier Wednesday, Kremlin aide Yuri Ushakov was blunt when speaking of the ceasefire proposal. A temporary ceasefire. What does it give us? It gives us nothing, he said. It only gives the Ukrainians an opportunity to regroup, gain strength, and to continue the same thing. Meanwhile, some Ukrainians are skeptical about Putin's support of the plan. They, the Russians, will bring more forces to the demarcation line and start the war again as soon as they're ready, says this man. To be honest, I don't believe this. There have been so many agreements and so many violations. For City News, I'm Erica Natividad.